Davis family. My name is Andy Diefenbach, and I'm one of the managers on the middle office team that Jacob worked on here at Vanguard. We were absolutely devastated when we learned about Jacob, and words cannot express how saddened we are for your loss. Today, you can see the Vanguard family that Jacob meant so much to. Gathered together are teammates, business partners, but more importantly, friends of Jacob's here at Vanguard. We want to let you know how much he meant to this company, so we're here today to show you just some of the people here at Vanguard that Jacob made such an impact to, and some would like to share some memories and stories about Jacob with you. We hope these stories and memories we share today can give you a lift during this difficult time and see how important Jacob was to so many people at Vanguard. He was such an important person on this team. He's going to be so greatly missed. So with that said, I'd like to pass it over to Jung Park.
Thanks, Andy. Hi, everyone. My name's Jung Park. I had the pleasure of having Jacob on my team when he first started investment operations. He was actually one of the first group of people that we got to interview, Michelle and I, when we were looking at the for our team. And he was someone that really stood out during the interview. I think, immediately afterwards, Michelle and I both looked at each other and we were like, we're going to go forward with this kid. He's super sharp, super bright kid, and just really showed during the interview process. And, I think it just really showed in his work as well. As soon as he joined and as soon as he got to be a part of the team, he really took off. He was a rock star. He made people around him want to work harder and work better. He showed confidence like no other. And beyond just being a good worker and a hard worker and an awesome just coworker and an awesome analyst, he was a good friend. It's something that Andy mentioned. He developed really close relationships with everyone here, and he made a big impact in people's lives. I looked at him, and he was the little mentee to me. Someone that I really got to work really closely with and develop up, and someone I took under my wing as in my first manager position here. And I'm definitely going to miss him. The team's definitely going to miss him. We still got to work with him really closely. Even though he joined the service team, it's a team that we work really closely with, and definitely gonna miss having him around. He continued to make an impact even when he left the team, and the team's definitely gonna miss him. As you said, he was a friend first, and it's a big loss. But I think, and I really hope that you can take comfort in the fact that he made such a big impact to people 3,000 miles across the country from him. I mean, I'm in Pennsylvania, he's in Arizona, and it never felt like he was 3,000 miles apart. It always felt like he was right there. Definitely gonna miss having him around, but Sterling, I'll turn it over to you, man.
Thanks, John. My name is Sterling West. I had the privilege of being Jacob's manager. I was able to steal Jacob away from Jung and Michelle, so I appreciate those two for investing in such a quality employee that we got to bring to our team. When I think of Jacob, I think about the passion he brought to work every day. I remember how excited he was his first day when he joined trade support. He finally got his Bloomberg license and keyboard. He had 4 screens all to himself. He had brokers on speed dial. From day one, he was excited to make an impact on the team. He never wanted to let anyone down, but he also didn't take himself too seriously, and he could always make us all laugh. Jacob had big vision. He saw ways to collaborate with Australia. He developed connections between us, between Arizona and Australia. He found ways to collaborate outside of his own region. Jacob loved to challenge anything that didn't make sense to him. He always found a way to make things get smarter, and that included myself. Jacob knew his value and his worth and wasn't afraid to ask for it. Jacob made me a sharper and smarter person. Jacob, to me, truly was at the edge of his generation. He was always pushing the world forward with his creative thinking, his compassionate heart, and his fair dealings with his team and others around him. Jacob never lost his cool. He really is one of the coolest guys I've ever known. Even though I don't know you, the Davis family, I want you to know I'm praying for you during this holiday season, and during the upcoming year, you'll be in my thoughts, in my heart, and in my prayers. As I've shared this tragic loss with others, including my own family, his life has impacted so many others, and I know his life and light will go on forever. I will miss you, Jacob, and may your soul rest in peace, my friend.
Thanks, Sterling. My name's Eric. I got the privilege to work with Jacob as well, and I think Sterling and everybody else ahead of me said it best as far as his work ethic and how he was as an employee. But I'll speak a little bit more to how he was as a friend to me, because we had an opportunity where we found a common interest. He liked volleyball. I liked volleyball. We were extremely competitive. He got to play with me a lot, so that was fun. That equaled out to like going out, having drinks, things like that outside of work too as well. So we got a really good personal level there. And in response to that, I just recently had my baby boy, and before I did, he had told me we had this common bond over another thing that was really stupid, but I'll tell everybody. It's a show on Facebook called Simi Valley Bros. So him being from Simi Valley, he knew he was going to go back there and he was going to give me a gift, he said. And I was like, okay, well, what's this gift going to be? I thought it was going to be something about the Mexican food and how good it is in Simi Valley, because we joked about that quite a few times. But he surprised me and shocked me on what he did. It was a lot more thoughtful. And he got a daddy and son shirt that says something about Simi Valley. It was like, someone loves you in Simi Valley. So meant a lot to me, and it was like one of the last people I saw right before we went into labor, so pretty cool story there. That's all I have to say. And like Sterling said and everybody else said, have you in your thoughts around this holiday season, and miss you, Jacob.
Thanks, Eric. My name is Sadiq El Amin. I worked with Jacob for about almost a year on the Selman's team, and then indirectly on the trade sport team. And first day I met Jacob was really just an eye-opening experience. Was talking to him just about my past and his past, and just really saw his really fond interest of investments, of just enjoying life itself, and also having a good time too. I remember we clicked the first day, and I remember always going to him for if I had any issues or if I wanted to understand things. He'd always be there, wanting to show me different things on settlements. Once he left settlements and he was on a different team, I could always chat with him, always call him and ask him, can I sit down for an overview? Can I learn something more about bonds itself? And even through that time, he was a great coworker, a great mentee, but he was also a great friend. I remember both him and I had a great fondness of Trevor Wallace and those dumb YouTube videos, and we just send YouTube videos back to each other all the time, and just would crack up at all these random facts and stuff like that. But he was a great friend, great coworker. Definitely gonna miss him a lot. Definitely had a big impact on my career and like where I want to be, and definitely want to keep that momentum going forward in his honor. So really miss Jacob a lot.
Yeah, my name's Andrew McCurry. I had the pleasure of working with Jake on the settlements team, and like the first day I met him, even though he was in Arizona, I'm in Pennsylvania, like I could just tell this guy had like some sort of energy and some passion about the work that he wanted to do and like what he wanted to accomplish in his life. He was by far the funniest person on the settlements team. We bonded over so many things within work and outside of work as well. We had some common interests that, as he moved on to support, we still kept in touch on social media, and we would send each other like memes or messages, and he was a person that could keep the mood light, and he really set the tone for like the team, like during the day. Like there was never really a bad day when Jacob was in the office. Like he really knew how to bring the energy and the enthusiasm on a daily basis, and that's something that as he moved on to support that like we missed on the settlements team, but he was still there, like in some ways, always keeping in touch and always, being there for all of us and what we needed. So, I'll greatly miss him, as we all will. So.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Definitely well said. So my name is Bruce Daniel. I've worked with Jacob both directly and indirectly for over 2 years now. And one thing that he had done that I hadn't really seen before or since is that when he first joined our team, he scheduled proactively by his own volition. He scheduled one-on-ones with every person on our team, and not to go over work obligations or anything like that, but just to get to know everyone and what they were about, how long they've been with the company, what their career goals were, what their football team they cheered for was, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that really speaks to his underlying character and why his passing has impacted so many people in Vanguard. Like a bunch of people said, he was an absolute character, really genuine, really funny. Every day at 4:30, our entire team would jump on an end-of-day call and just play music and enjoy each other's company. And that's certainly what I'll miss, and I think what a lot of people miss about Jacob. He was certainly a dependable and hardworking colleague at work, but he was an even better friend, and for that, he'll be greatly missed.
Hi, my name is Michelle Betzinger. As John mentioned earlier, I had the privilege of hiring Jacob into investment operations and then supporting on the Arizona leadership team for Jacob's first year with the team. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone on this call for sharing your personal stories and memories of Jacob. It's incredibly clear that he has made a significant and positive impact on so many around him. In conversations over the past few days and even a lot on this call, so many people, including myself, have talked about how blessed we are to have had Jacob as a part of our Vanguard family. While we know how missed he will be among his friends and peers, I know we can't imagine what you as his family are going through. So we as his Vanguard family, and as mentioned, only even a fraction of the people that he impacted here, want to extend our deepest condolences and to thank you for sharing your wonderful son with us. So thank you to the Davis family, and we are incredibly sorry for your loss.